fun video! My name is Miracle, and this channel is my answer to the millennial existential crisis. If that interests you, consider subscribing. I like to take complex ideas and simplify them.
I pay tribute to the scientists through my music. I'll use the time.
I have come across a huge discovery in the Disney universe, and this is really crazy for me. Like, as a person who loves symbolism, this is like the holy grail for me, and I'm so excited to tell you about it. Oh my god. So we just ended this decade, right? The end of an era. A big deal, right? I have found that the three big movies for Disney in this past decade are all connected. Sorry, I haven't seen Frozen 2 yet. I planned this video a couple months ago before the movie came out. And I'm not talking about that whole big theory about how Elsa and Rapunzel are twins or whatever, and Elsa's parents' ship was the ship in The Little Mermaid. No. I'm talking about a connection between the three big CG movies that once again revived the company that now owns the world. It started with Tangled and then snowballed with Frozen and finally Moana. So each movie needs its own video. I'll start with Tangled and go over Frozen in part 2. Okay, ready for the connection? The movies are about the chakras. Okay, I know you're sitting there saying, no way. Just come along with me. I can prove it. Just come along on this little adventure I have for you. So without further ado, Tangled. Tangled is all about the solar plexus. And if you haven't seen my video explaining chakras, I'll post it here. I'll post it here somewhere, probably here. But I'll cover the solar plexus real quick. A chakra is an energy vortex that goes through your central nervous system. Solar plexus is third up right here, and it's all about self-confidence, responsibility. Solar for the sun, its color is yellow, and it's related to Leo. Leos are lions, leaders, energetic, regal. If you've ever wondered why lions always seem to be tied to kings in folklore and in pop culture, it's because of this. So when you feel like super badass, like Conor McGregor, like confidence, think about where that energy originates. Here, right? And when you feel like just absolute crummy, wormy, worm, you feel it here also in the pit of your stomach, right? When you're feeling low self-confidence. That is the difference between an open and closed chakra. The three chakras in the center of your body are very important because you have lower chakras, right? Those are your connection to earth. And the upper chakras are your connection to divinity, higher consciousness, the cosmos. The three chakras in the center, balance, absolute peace, solar, heart, throat, sun, plants, water. You would agree that is the foundation of our human existence, correct? I won't go too far into that for clarity's sake. Definitely for another video. This is why you can find that theme throughout history. Wizard of Oz, for example, also getting its own video. Dorothy needs to discover lion, solar plexus, Tin Man, heart, scarecrow, throat chakra, which is the chakra of wisdom. And that is not just coincidence because the writer of The Wizard of Oz was a very similar person to me in that he was obsessed with symbolism and the reality of the universe. Frank L. Baum. So for the Disney movies, to keep things nice and simple, I'll use 3 bullet points to show you what's going on. Number 1, motifs. Number 2, supporting characters. And number 3, conflict/resolution. Tangled motif, sun symbolism. You see suns everywhere. The movie begins like this.
Now, once upon a time, a single drop of sunlight fell from the heavens.
The kingdom is called Corona, as in the shape of the rays around the sun. The sun drop lily. See the king's medallion? And also where it sits? At his solar plexus. Lights, lanterns, everywhere. The shine of her tiara. The sun shines through the opening in the ceiling of her tower. Torches. Lights, torches everywhere, lights. Rapunzel's hair lights up. The main song for this movie is called I See the Light. And you might think this is a love song. It is for Flynn. But for Rapunzel, it's about seeing the light, which is seeing the right path finally. The right path for her life. The way home to responsibility, her rightful place.
I am seeing those lanterns.
It's similar to the cloudy Mufasa scene for Simba. There's that lion symbolism again, the lion trope, lion motif. Get back on that throne, dog. 2, supporting characters. In Tangled, we have the opposite, Flynn Rider, And there is a reason why they're called starring opposites. In his character, we have the anti-Rapunzel. He completes her. And to go along with our theme, what is the opposite of a strong solar plexus? He is super insecure. He changed his name to Flynn Rider because he's embarrassed about his birth name. And he's vain and lacks personal responsibility. He's a thief and only cares about money in the beginning. The antagonist is Gothel. This is another super insecure character. She is the person keeping Rapunzel so that she can stay young forever. Rapunzel actually beams confidence despite Gothel's attempts to keep her afraid. Rapunzel has spent 18 years doing a million different hobbies, so she's mastered literally anything you can do. So because she's so well read, when she steps outside, the only thing she lacks is street smarts. She is gifted as hell. Of all the Disney princesses, I would actually argue she's probably the most confident. She also has a strong sense of responsibility, and this is shown in the little montage where she says she's a horrible person because she goes against her mother's wishes. But luckily, her innate sense of personal responsibility called her to find and learn of her true nature.
Just have to do it. Should I? No. Here I go.
If you haven't seen Tangled, by the way, oh my god. I actually didn't think much of this movie until I started work on this video, but now I see it is a pretty phenomenal movie. Oh my god. All ages and genders. Watch it. And on another note, I should mention that this is a very special movie for Disney. From the decade of 2010 to today, kicked off with Tangled. That decade is the CG decade. And Tangled was the 50th animated feature and the movie to also kick off the second Disney Renaissance. Disney was not doing well and knew that they had to get with the times to be a powerhouse again. Enter Disney CGI. Glenn Keane was the original director, and if you aren't familiar, he's an animating legend. He had to drop out, but he is a huge reason Tangled is as groundbreaking and fluid as it is. He has high standards. Tangled was the beginning of something huge for Disney, and I would argue it was pivotal in their domination of the world today. Anyway, back to present. Bullet point 3, conflict/resolution. The beginning of the movie sets up the conflict that must be resolved, right? The princess is stolen from the kingdom. So beloved princess gone, which means heir and rightful leader gone. Gothel tries persistently to ruin Rapunzel's confidence to no avail. She tried to infantilize her, and keep her handicapped in hopes of keeping Rapunzel dependent and under her control, stripping self-confidence, stripping her right to the throne, all to fund her own insecurities. The final scene shows Rapunzel. Rapunzel's reunited with her family, and she takes her rightful place as heir to the throne, leader of the Sun Kingdom, fully confident, and now fully prepared to rule because of her awesome journey. Solar plexus chakra fully open. Lights, which represent the sun, guide her.
It's all so clear, I'm where I'm meant to be.
Floating lanterns, the floating lanterns that her parents put out every year on her birthday, lead Rapunzel back to the kingdom, leading the lost princess home. Sun or light or solar plexus guides her home. The movie's fun song is called I've Got a Dream. And it's about following your true path, right? I've got a dream. The villain song is called Mother Knows Best. This song uses the old expression to manipulate Rapunzel into thinking that she should just blindly trust an outside source. And though she has no reason to mistrust, the underlying message of Tangled is to always trust your gut in the end. Follow your instinct. You are your own best advocate, your champion. The song is symbolic for that, and Rapunzel, in a sense, being awarded or rewarded her kingdom in the end, is also symbolic for trusting your instinct. You gain everything you dream of when you really listen to and follow your solar plexus energy center. And it's true. Sure, in most cases, we look to our parents to be our guides. But in Rapunzel's case, she had something inside her jabbing her belly, constantly telling her something was off, something was wrong, something was pulling her. So listening to her higher self and intuition got her out of that prison. Following your gut is the best. Bruce Lee said a good teacher protects his pupil from his own influence. Teachers, parents can always be misled. They've gone through life with their own lens. Or like in Rapunzel's case, you yourself, by listening to your instinct, can protect yourself from abuse. Tangled is a great case study on narcissistic parents. You could even say it's an allegory. They control the child, manipulate, and cause fracturing in the psyche when it comes to their perception of reality.
Now look what you've done, Rapunzel.
Flynn doesn't save Rapunzel. He doesn't even want to. Listening to her solar plexus is what got her out of the tower and back home. So, follow your solar plexus. You have all the courage and power you need right here. And I can't wait to show you part 2 on Frozen. See you next time.